don't really listen to the radio much. If I do listen to the radio in my car, I listen to the classical station. But it's Christmas, and everywhere you go, there's Christmas music playing. Every store, every grocery store, everywhere you go, you hear it. Now, there's this one song that's been haunting me. I kind of hate to do this to you because it might do that to you too. But I get it in my head and I can't get rid of it. So this is Christmas, right? You know it? And what have we done? Another year over, a new one just begun. You know what you can nod. Yeah? You don't know it? Some don't know it. Well, here's the thing about it. Gets stuck in my head. I can't get rid of it for days, okay? Here's the thing about that song. What? So this is Christmas? What is it? Is it a question? Is it a statement? So this is Christmas? Now, if it were a question mark, so this is Christmas? Well, I've heard that. I've actually heard people lately saying that they just can't wait till Christmas is over, so that all the stress and the busyness and the craziness of family is gone. And, you know, for some people, Christmas is a very melancholy time because it's filled with memories of those who are gone. At our tables, there are empty seats. And I imagine that there are people in the world that are so focused right now that they are not allowed to think about Christmas. Soldiers on patrol, policemen walking their beat. And I would imagine that children that are so hungry don't even know this is Christmas because all they can think about is the pain in their stomach. And then there are those who've spent too much so that they can't even enjoy what time they have with family because their credit cards are going to come due. And then there are those who are so ill that the blur that their medicine has caused has made it so they don't know the day nor the time. And so this is Christmas. Life's hard. This world is tough. And here we are. And we've gathered together because we know there's something different about this night. You know, I really don't think that at that first Christmas it was all that different than this time. I think the world was just as tough and just as difficult. I think that, well, just think, a young couple that wasn't married but having a baby has to travel in a hostile environment because that Roman occupation was making them follow rules and regulations that were foreign to them and even cultic to them. And they go into their hometown where they would normally feel hospitality, and they can't find a room. That's the number one rule of their laws, hospitality. And they end up in a barn that's dirty and cold. And there they are, suddenly finding that they're going to have a baby. And that baby is born, and there aren't even good clothes to put on that child or a warm blanket. There's no cradle and no lullaby. Life is hard. What if that sentence, so this is Christmas, was really just a period? So this is Christmas. This is the way it is. Here we are. What if we took that and stopped and went, what this is then is God with us. Christmas is God with us. Because we don't have a God that sits up on some throne and looks down and just shakes a head and watches us get into trouble. No, we don't have a God that judges and points a finger. We have a God that wanted to walk and talk and be with us. We have a God that came into our world to show us a better and more excellent way to be in this world. We have a God that came and continues to come to be among us. My homiletics professor and Pastor Brad's homiletics professor, Roger Painter, the newly retired pastor from First Baptist downtown, I'm Facebook friends with him, and he put something on Facebook that I'd like to read for you because it was pretty powerful. He said, "The essence of God lies in what is ordinary, not in supernatural marvels, not in Superman with whom we have nothing in common, not in saints, not in a once-only age of miracles long ago, not first in doctrine, scholarship, or theology, but in real, lived-out life. The Word became, finally, one of us. Treasure it then for the grand, ordinary miracle that it is." But how about if it's a comma? So this is Christmas, comma. So what have you done? That's the next sentence. If we do know the Christmas story and we let the Christmas story enter into our lives because we've heard it so many times and we don't sanitize it or commercialize it, we let it truly be that ordinary miracle that it is, then we cannot stay the same. Then we must be people who do something different with our lives and among those with whom we sit and talk and move and have our being. Because if this is Christmas, then God came for me and God came for you, and that makes us different. And we do things then because we are different. We feed the hungry. We clothe the naked. We help the poor. We visit the imprisoned. We do ordinary miracles ourselves. Maybe it is an exclamation point. So this is Christmas. Yay! How awesome does that feel? To know that God continues to come to be among us. Tonight you'll be invited to this table where Jesus comes to us yet once again, where we once again are surprised by love and forgiveness, by hope and joy, by peace, by love that comes to be with us, not only at Christmas, but every time we do anything that lifts up justice and peace, hope, forgiveness, and grace. So this is Christmas. So this is Christmas. Amen.